Hi everybody, it's Jean Marie. So I have my June bargain bead box. I know several of us do now, but there's still a lot who don't. I thought I would work on a little project today and hopefully inspire some of you for a way to use some of this nautical sunken treasure themed box that we have. What a pretty box, huh? It is so pretty. I have to say, bargain bead box does not disappoint. I'm always so impressed with what they put together, but also always just so pleased with it. It's always just it's always very interesting to me excuse me, to see what they come up with, and I'm always amazed at how well it ends up working out. But anyway, this is my idea. It's going to be a Y style asymmetrical-ish necklace with a pair of earrings. My only dilemma I'm having right now is what do I want to add to the bottom of my earrings. I have a starfish on this one, which I really like, but I also have this shell that came in the box. Excuse me. But I also have this little seahorse who is patinaed. So I'm having a hard time deciding which one I want to add to it. I'm almost leaning towards the seahorse, but I don't know. I can't decide. Maybe I'll do one of each. That'd be cute, actually, having be the same but different at the bottom. Oh, maybe. That's always an option. Why not? But anyway, moving on. I have these little links that we have received in a box, gosh, years ago now. And I still had probably 5 or 6 of them left. We've gotten them before in different colors, but we did get them in a bronze box quite a long time ago. We also received this little shell in a box a long time ago. It wasn't patinaed, and I did my best to attempt to patina it. I don't have patina paint. I just used a little acrylic paint, hoping it would just give it the appearance of being patinaed. It doesn't look great. I probably should have just gone with the plain bronze one, but it's okay. It'll work. Goodness, I'm sorry. I do have some parawire in vintage bronze. I have 20 gauge and I have a 24 gauge. I don't know that I'll be using them in this project. I am going to use one small piece of the 20 gauge right here, but I have them in case I decide to do something with them. I have a bag full of the bronze 4mm jump rings, which I just made a total mess with. I have my bead string and wire. This is not a bronze, it's just kind of a weird silvery color, but we're never going to see it, so it doesn't matter. We are primarily going to be using these 2 beads. I did pull some bronze beads from my stash. That would be these ones here. You could also substitute the little lava beads, but I just wanted to bring a little more bronze into it and break it up a little. Let me see, what else? That is pretty much it, I guess. I did have some bronze toned ball ear head. Ugh, I can't even talk this morning. Some bronze ball head ear studs. There, that's what I was trying to say. With a little loop on them. So that is what I'm using on these earrings, mainly just because they're already so long. I didn't want to add ear wire and make them even longer. And if I end up adding the seahorse, it's going to be even longer. So we'll work with that in a bit. I do want to make a bracelet to go with this. I don't have anything laid out yet, so that'll be at the end. If I have enough time, we'll work on a bracelet. So anyway, let's get started. So the first thing I want to do is pull out some ball head pins. And the ones they gave us in the box are nice ball head pins, but man, they're long. I don't want to waste that whole ball head pin on these little tiny beads. And I do have some somewhere here. I pulled out. I thought I did. Well, I could have sworn I pulled some out. I did. I just didn't bring them over with me. So I'm going to use these little shorter ones just so I don't waste so much pin. And I'm going to wire these directly to this pendant piece. And I thought about adding something else hanging from here. I thought, well, maybe I could add the seahorse from here, or, you know, and then just do these, which also would look really cute, but boy, that would make it so long. I don't know, I'm still kind of leaning towards it, though. It would look really cute, wouldn't it? Can you even see it? Probably not. Here we go. That's a little better. Wouldn't that look cute? I don't know. I'm still torn. What the heck, we're gonna do it. Decision made, we're gonna do it. So the first thing I'm gonna do is create a wrapped loop. Goodness, I don't know what's happening to my voice this morning. A lot of pollen in the air right now. So once I've created the little round for it, now we gotta figure out where this one's gonna go. Where is the center? Maybe I should have counted them, but didn't. Yeah, I'm not counting them. It's just too many to count. I'm going to go right there as my center. So I want to go off from the center and just pop this little thing in there if I could. Well, it might be a little thicker than I thought it was. Maybe I should go with the jump ring. I think I'm going to have to. That's pretty thick. Now that I've distorted my loop all to bits. Alright. So I'm just going to wrap these instead, I guess, and use jump rings on them. It's going to cause them to hang a little lower than I was hoping for, but that's okay. A little piece of metal in there from something. So this is going to hang here. So we're going to do one. I do want to separate them a little bit because there's tight space there, but I want my beads to not hang too close together. So we're going to do probably at least one in between each of these. I'm going to do two between. Well, you'll see what I'm going to do. I'm going to leave two spaces between the link of the seahorse and my first bead, and then after that I'm going to leave one space between each link of my beads. Hopefully that made sense. Yeah, I was really happy when I saw this box. I'm not generally I'm not generally super creative with nautical themed stuff. I do better with florally designs. But man, I love this box, and I'm really looking forward to see what comes out of it. I know I've seen some already that have been posted in the Facebook group, and they're beautiful, stunning. People have come up with some amazing designs. Some very, very, very talented people in our Facebook group, that's for sure. I just totally messy wrapped that one. That's okay. That's okay, we don't care. So I'm getting a new kitty. Another yellow. Yellow tiger stripe. Didn't plan to, but a friend of mine contacted me the other day and said she knew somebody that had a litter of yellow kittens that are 3 weeks old, and asked if I'd be interested in one of them. So, excuse me. So I guess I'm getting a new kitty. My granddaughters are very excited about it, I must say. They've already been picking out names. I didn't really plan on getting any more animals after, but they are good companions. My granddaughter Lily has always had this thing about, even when she was very little, so it wasn't something she did consciously, but she's always named animals after food. When I had my chickens, 2 of them were hers, and she named them Soup and Nugget. And she was 3. She was just little. She has a cat at home with her mom that she named Cookie. When she was really little, probably 2.5 or so. It was before the chickens, so she had a turtle, and the turtle's name was Coleslaw. So she's now, of course, she's older, so now she consciously tries to find food names for animals. So just because she thinks it's funny now that it's become quite a thing. But she wants to name the new kitty either Ginger or Cinnamon. So I don't know. We'll see. Or Waffles. That was the other choice. I was like, no, Waffles is out. We're not naming him Waffles. But he is a male. It is a male. So both Ginger and Cinnamon, I think, are kind of more of a girl cat name than they are a boy cat name. So I don't know. I am kind of leaning towards Cinnamon, though, I have to admit, because my other cat was Simba, so this one would be Cinna. So I don't know, maybe. We'll see. Knowing Lily, she'll get her own way, so. Alright, let's bring in these. So I hope all that you that have gotten your boxes and are following along with me are enjoying creating with your box. Hopefully you're coming up with lots of beautiful ideas. And why does that not want to go through there? Maybe I should put that on first. Hopefully you're not struggling like I am. Ah, got it finally. I think, yes. Maybe I'm just going with too small a jump ring. I think it'll work though. Yeah. I've seen a couple people make earrings out of these. Man, they're beautiful. I can't wear an earring that heavy though. my ear hole got ripped through when I was a child, and it healed before I had it re-pierced, but it never really healed enough, so I have a rather long slit rather than, you know, a small ear hole. So I can't wear anything too heavy. But they really were pretty. A couple of ones that I've seen so far. Okay, so I'm skipping these 2 holes. Hopefully you can see that. I'm going to skip those 2 and come into this 3rd one, if I can get it to go in there. Alright, I'm going to flip it over again. 1, 2, 3. These holes are a lot smaller than they look. I might have to ream it. Actually, it's probably not a bad idea. Oh, way better. Get the size of it now. Alright. Hopefully I'm in frame, because I just realized that I've wandered out. Okay, so I'm going to skip 1, 2, and then this one here I reamed. The hardest part is getting that loop. Well, we might be here all day just stringing these on. I didn't realize it was going to be such a challenge. I may have to pause and finish this part up just to save some time. Now that you've gotten the gist of it, I do recommend, if you've got a bead reamer, use it, because those holes aren't as big as they look like they're going to be. Okay, so 1, 2, this one. And 1, 2, so this one. 2, and yeah. Okay, so I've got them all reamed. There was like stuff in the holes that's plugging them a little bit. That's why. Like you can see some of them, like even this one right here. There's like no hole there because it's plugged. You see it right there. So that's what's making the holes so small. So reaming them out is really helpful. But I am going to finish this off screen just because we can save a little bit of time here. Okay, so I have these all on. I did mention that I was going to put these one link in between after, you know, this was going to be 2 holes in between, and then these would be going to be 1. I didn't. I ended up just doing 2, 2, 2, 2 all the way up through. It gave it just enough space for it to hang nicely and have some dangle to it. So just to let you know, that is what I did. Alright, I'm going to take a piece of my 20 gauge parawire, and I'm going to cut probably about 3 inches, which is probably going to be a little more than I need, but that's what I'm going to cut. And I'm going to create a wrapped loop on the end, so I want to bend this about 1 inch down, well, about 3/4 of an inch down. Bring it up around, make my little loop, just like that. And I really don't want to give it more than 1 wrap. It's 20 gauge, it's not going to go anywhere. But I just don't want to fill it up with a bunch of wraps. So I'm just giving it 1. Trim that down. Oops, sorry. Rolling out of frame here. And then just push it down in. There. I do want to straighten my wire a little bit here. So essentially I just created an eye pin. It has one little wrap around it. So at this point I'm going to take this and one of the beads that came in the box, the little, I'm not even sure what they're called, kind of looks like a bicone, like a big bicone, and I'm going to go through that, that, and that. So I have this, and again I want to create a bend, but I need to leave enough room for a wrap, one single wrap. So I've got this. I kind of wish I could fill up this space a little bit here, but I don't have anything quite small enough. Everything is too big to put on either side. I think I might try. Let's see if this will work. Bringing these in just a little bit. Probably not. I'll probably end up breaking them. I don't want to push on them too hard because I will break them. I know I will. Alright, so we're going to create a loop, just like we did on the other end. Just like we would if we were wire wrapping anything. It's not easy getting in there though, I must say. And we're going to create, and I'm going to have to flip this over to get to the other side of it, one wrap. Trim that off. Oops. Give it a tuck. And I want both of these to be pointing the same way. So we'll straighten those. So that's what we have so far. Twist that just a little bit, kind of have it bent. There we go. That's a little better. There. So there's that piece done. Now this piece we're going to string. So I'm going to set. I'm going to bang everything on my desk with my elbow. We're going to string this section. I'm going to take off about. Well, I'm going to take off about 2 feet because I'm a little crazy sometime with my lengths, but you probably won't need anywhere near that much. But I got a nice long piece to work with. I'm going to tie my knot in the end just so that my beads don't come off. I'm going to move all this stuff now because I made a big mess here. That's going to be our centerpiece. We'll work on that in a bit. But for right now, we're just going to string the back section. And it is one green bead, one bronze bead from my stash, or anything you decide to use. You can, like I said, you could use the lava beads. Another green bead, 2 of the, I don't even know what these were. I don't think I ever really looked at the list to see. What are they? Mayfinite? 8mm Mayfinite? So that's what they are. Now we know. Okay, I'm going to continue this very, very simple pattern for a little bit here. And I will come back and let you know. They almost look like fossil coral. It's so pretty. And I'll come back and let you know how much I ended up adding to it, how long I went with it. So I'll be back with that. Alright, so I have this strung, and I did a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 sections of the green and bronze bead, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 sections of the double Mayfinite beads. I think I would really like to go longer with it, but I can't because I need to save the rest of these beads for the bracelet. I think I have 24 here for the bracelet, and I'll be out of it at that point. So I'm going to have to bring chain to the back section. Excuse me. I really wanted it to come around more like this. Have my short chain section here with this. Was kind of my plan. And these and that. That was the look I was going for. I don't think I can complete that. Unless I was to finish it up with, I could do that. Why don't I finish it up with this? Let's try that, see how it looks. We'll just do like a big 4-inch strand or whatever of these lava beads. If I don't like it, I don't like it. We'll just come up with something else. The worst part of these lava beads is finding the hole. Although I'm doing pretty good right at the moment. I shouldn't say anything because I'll jinx myself, but sometimes with these, the little crevices look like the hole. These ones haven't been too bad though. How much we get on there now? About 2 inches? Yeah, let's go about 4 inches. I'm not 100% sure I'm going to love the look of this. It was not what I was envisioning in my head. I suppose I could not do the bracelet and continue it the way I actually planned on continuing it and just not do a bracelet, but I kind of wanted to do a bracelet with it. So I can always do the bracelet later when I buy more beads. Trying to talk myself out of this here. Come on now. I'm doing so good. Alright. I don't hate that. I really don't. I think it looks okay. I'm going to add a few more to it. Make it just a little bit longer. Please forgive my messy fingernail polish. I was doing some planting last night, so I got a little scraped up. Trying to get my yard work done in between my work hours. Saturday I'm going to my granddaughter Lily's spring ballet recital, which will be fun. I think that's okay right there. We're gonna go with it. We'll see how it comes out. This overall beaded length is, find my ruler in this mess I've got going on. Is just about 14 inches. This is going to be a fairly long necklace. Okay, so I do have bronze clamshells. I don't have, oh I do, never mind. I do, I'm lying. I do have bronze crimp beads. I didn't think I did, but I see them here. Using that 30% coupon when you're Bead Box Bargains, Bargain Bead Box member helps a lot with building your stash on these different colors that you may not use all the time. And then when you need them, you happen to have them. Alright, so I'm going to put one on and give it a crimp. Just a little squish. Put on another one. It's nice and breezy out there today. We got thunderstorms coming in this evening, they say. So, probably right about when I need to head to work. That's generally the way. Okay, there's that. Now I just want to bring everything down to the end, so there's no spaces and gaps, but not pulling it tight. You don't want your necklace to be stiff. You want it to have nice fluidity. That's a tricky word. Let your clamshell drop down. Let's get these beads out of the way now so we don't have to see them in the way. Drop on my crimp right down to my clamshell. Give that one a squeeze. Let that one drop down to it. And give that one a squeeze. These things are so magnetized, everything sticks to them. All right. There's that. Getting there, folks. It probably seems like I'm never going to get there today. Alright, so from here I want to add this. So I'm going to need a couple of jump rings to give it a little space, or I could just cut a small section of chain. I think I'm just going to do the jump rings. I'll probably just add like 3 jump rings. And I have absolutely no idea how this is going to turn out. I have not made it before, so I didn't put it together first. So hopefully it works out. If not, I guess it won't matter. You'll never see it. That is the good part of not doing it live. Alright, put that ring on. Close this one up. But again, get that jump ring to cooperate with me. Alright. And let's see if I can find one that doesn't have too much of an overlap. Oop, might have cut a little too much off that one. We'll find out. Alright, so I'm going to put that on. We're going to put our bar on. One thing I did find with these toggles is the back side of the ring is not finished like the front is, and I don't think I've ever seen one like that. Generally, the both sides are you know, matching. It's, you can wear it either way. If it spins around, it doesn't really matter. Not these ones. Okay, there's that part done. So let's set that kind of up here a little bit. Then we'll put this here. And we'll work on that piece in just a second. So I want this length of chain to be about 4 inches, but it's going to have to be cut into sections because these are going to set in between it and they're a link. So what do I want to do? Do I want to just cut 4 pieces? Yeah, I think I'm going to do 2 1-inch pieces. Does that make sense? No. Alright, I am going to do 3 1.5-inch pieces, and we'll see what happens. I think these links open. I'm not positive. This is the chain that came in the box, and I haven't actually worked with it yet, so yeah, I think they do open right there. Yes. Alright, I do need to take this end one off on this end because it's a little messed up looking. So actually I can take 2 off. Okay, so if I have that here, that there, that's going to be way too long. Yep, I'm going back to the original plan of 1 inch. Alright, I'll have 1 inch section here, then this, then a 1 inch section here, and a 1 inch section here. So 3 1-inch sections. Now that I've wasted a big old chunk of chain. One there, and one there. All right. You know what? It's a work in progress, peeps. I'm not 100% sure how this is going to work out. So I think I'm going to jump bring it together. I don't think I want to open up the links of the chain to do that. I think I do want jump rings in it. Can you tell that I worked last night and that it's early here still this morning? I'm not quite awake. I do apologize. I have to get this in when I can. I don't believe that day position is going to open up that I was hoping was going to open up, but we'll see. Time will tell. I gotta head back in tonight and work. Is that what I wanted? No, of course it isn't. What am I doing? See? I'm just not alert yet. Probably you're all like, where's the chain, Jean-Marie? Sometimes I wish you guys could yell at me through the recording and let me know when I'm messing up. It would save me having to work it out again. Oh well. That's the way it goes, right? That's the real process. Do need to trim this one a smidge. better. Make sure I get this going in the right direction because it's one-sided as well. I want everything to be heading in the right direction. There's that. That's gonna be cute. I think I'm gonna like it. I hope. Alright, let's put this one on. I have seen these little shell links in other places if you're interested in trying to find them. I'm pretty sure I've seen them on Amazon. I know I've seen them on Etsy and probably even eBay. I still think these chain links are going to be a little too long, but I'll just make the necklace that much longer, I guess. So yeah, if you're interested in trying to find some of these little links, you know, do some Google searching. I bet you'll find them somewhere. Kind of wish I had some patina paint so I could patina them up to match everything, but that's okay. Our toggle's not patinaed and it looks fine with everything, so I guess it'd be alright. Okay, so this is what we've got so far. I know you can't see it all, but we'll get it onto a bust after we're finished here, if I remember. Don't forget like I did before. Alright. So this and this now. I just need to figure out how I want to do it. I'm going to look for... I was going to say I was going to look for a big jump ring, but I think I will use this because it actually has that nautical rope look to it. I think that'll work just fine. A couple of jump rings. I don't know if these jump rings will even clear that ring though. Let me see. Let's give it a try. If not, I might have to dig out some bigger jump rings. Yeah, I don't think it's going to. Oh, maybe. Maybe. Let's see, I'm going to close it up if we have any room. It's tight, but it worked. I can get this to lay correctly. Yeah, that'll work. Okay, so we've got that. I still may end up having to change it out for bigger jump rings or a jump ring in the middle. It's a little too tight. Yeah, I guess it's not going to work that well. So let's take that out of there. Now that I've mutilated these little jump rings. That's okay. Alright, let's try this again. I have a feeling these are going to flip and flop on me all the time, these little links. That seems to be what they want to do. Alright, I'm going to dig to find a jump ring. I'll be right back. Okay, so I found a package of bronze jump rings in assorted sizes. It does have a number on it. It looks like a 13, but I honestly don't know that these really came in this. They could have come from anything, so I'm not gonna count on that being what they were. A lot of times I reuse my bags. Alright, so let's put... Probably should wait till I have that shell ready, huh? So I don't have to open that again afterwards. So we'll put those on there for now. Now my thoughts with this one is I'm going to use one of these because they're long and this metal is very strong and I can actually make an eye pin with it. So I'm just going to cut the ball off the end. And create an eye pin with it. Let's see if I can get it a little bit straighter than that. And I'm going to use it in my shell. And kind of wondering if I should put a little locker bead in there, some type of little I didn't realize they had such a big opening there. I'm going to put this little bronze bead in there just to help hold. I don't know if it really needs it. I'm going to put it in there. What the heck. I'm so indecisive today. I do not know why I just did that. Not what I intended, but that's okay. It was a weird way of making a loop. I apologize for that. Started off like I was going to wire wrap, and that was not my intent, so. Okay, let's slip this in here. And do I want this bigger ring? I almost don't think I do. Let's go with something a little bit smaller than this. Let's see what else we've got in here. Maybe this one would be better. Okay, so now we have that on. I think I want an eye pin. Yeah, a head pin, actually. No, I don't. I want an eye pin because I gotta hook this to it. Ay, ay, ay. My brain is just not working. I'm so sorry. Seems like I'm all over the place today. Alright, so there's that. Now, do I want to use a couple little links of chain here? Or just some jump rings? I think just 4 links right there would be really, really good. I think that would work perfectly. So I'm going to take off 4 links 2 times. Actually, I think I'm going to open the 4th link and use that directly to connect. To the loop here. And do that one more time. All right. And I'm just going to open the loop on this and catch, try to catch both of my chains. There we go. Close that back up. And there we have it. And connect this to that one. I wonder if I should... No, I think that direction's right. I was going to see if I needed to turn my loop, but I don't think I do. I think it's perfect the way it is. If I get it to close, everything is spinning on me. Alright. And that is the pendant. It's a lot. It is a lot. But we'll put that aside for now and move on to the one earring. I'm going to do this one with the shell instead of another starfish, just to change it up a little bit. And the seahorse got used in the necklace, so I'm using all of them. This is very, very simple. It's just 2 eye pins, simple stringing. One for this. Bend it over. Get all this cluster off my cutters. Roll my loop back. There's that one. Same thing with these. Wow, that one flew. Get hit off my fireplace. There. All right, these are very simple. We'll just open it up, put on that pretty little shell, if I can get it on there. Connect it to my Mafonite. Find the side that opens. Oh, definitely was the other side. And yep, I went right directly to the ear stud. No jump ring in between, so to get it to stop spinning on me so I could close it. There. I kind of like them mismatched a little bit. So what do you think? Do you like them? I think they're kind of cute like that. So that was a very, very quick pair of earrings to go with that very long necklace. Where am I at time? No, I don't have much time left. Let's pause and I'll get set up for the bracelet and then we'll do a real quick show of that. Okay, so I've got it started. I'm going to walk you through what I did. I pulled off about a 2 foot piece of beading wire. I folded it in half and put on a wire guardian. I crimped it right there. You see the crimp? I just flat crimped. I didn't bother with the whole crimp and plier thingy. I just flat crimped it just like I would if I was going to put it in a clamshell. I strung on 2 3mm beads on either side, and then one of my Mafonite on either side, and then I crossed through one of our little frosted green beads. So this is what I got. Now I'm going to clamp it, and I don't know how well it's going to work because I'm clamping it right to my bead mat, which is just going to move on me anyway. But I'm going to clamp it down to kind of help hold it in place, and I'm just going to continue that pattern of 1 Mafonite bead per string. And then when that gets up there, I'm going to take one of our little green sea glass beads here and cross through it in either direction with my strands and pull that out. And that's the pattern I'm going to continue. Try to get that a little closer there. And that's the pattern I'm going to continue until I have approximately 7 inches of beading, because the ends are going to add more to it as far as length. So I'm going to work on that. I figured out that I think I'm going to need 24 of my Mafonite beads. I could be wrong. It may end up being less, but I'm going to work that up and get to the end and show you how to finish it. Okay, so this is what I have so far. I ended up figuring out that for my length I needed 2 more Mafonite beads. I did not have 2 more Mafonite beads, so I pulled out some tree agate that matches pretty well. I think I can get away with it hiding it in there. It's not going to be real noticeable. It's going to be on the inside of the wrist anyway. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So yeah, 2 more. So 26 total. And at 26, it measures out to Well, if I could get my ruler to cooperate with me here. Measure out to about 5.5 inches. So by the time we add another end to this, we'll be at about 6.5. And then when we add a toggle onto it, yeah, we'll probably be about 7. So it could probably even add another one if you needed it a little longer. You might even want to go with 28 of your Mayfinite beads. But again, you're going to want to adjust it to what works for you. And if you do need to add more beads, you might want to go with a little more than 2 feet of your beading wire. You might want to go closer to 2.5 to 3 feet just to give yourself plenty, because it does eat it up when you're working back and forth through the beads. So keep that in mind. Alright, so I am going to pull out 4 more of my little bronze beads. If you don't have anything like this, seed beads will work. A lot of times the beading supply stores, or like Walmart in the beading section, or Hobby Lobby, any of those will have those containers of mixed colors and sizes. Anything out of that would work. So, because I'm not very good with wire guardians and I don't want to mess with it when I'm already got limited amount of time here, I am going to clamshell the end of this. So to do that, what I am going to do is take both ends. Whoop, sorry about that. I better check and make sure I'm still in frame, because, I just knocked myself everywhere. Apologize. So I'm going to find another clamshell. I'm going to open it up a little bit like I would normally do when I'm on the end. These bronze ones are a little softer, so be careful with them if you have these. I'm going to put both wires through it, maybe. From the back. Pull that down. And you can pull this pretty tight because there's a lot of fluidity in it already because of where it's crisscrossing. You've got a lot of extra wire. So you can pull that down pretty tight and not worry too much about causing it to be stiff. Which is good because you're going to have to get it down there tight to not have a gap here. So, and we're going to want a couple of these. Let's pick one of them up. Maybe. And again, you want it on both the wires. Alright, let's push everything down. And pull everything up together like this. I do want my clamshell to point in the correct direction, and holding it still while I'm doing this isn't going to work very well, so I'm probably just going to have to force it back into place afterwards because it wants to go this way, but I really want it to lay the other way, if that makes sense. I'm going to get in here, crimp that, get my second one. And drop that down over the both of them. Pull it down with the other one. Crimp that one as well. Trim off this excess. I wish this had been a bronze colored beading wire. It would have hidden a little better here, but it is what it is, so we'll make do. Funny thing is, I had some bronze, but I'm pretty sure I used it up on other stuff that wasn't bronze. Now I don't have any. Okay, so we've got that on. So there's our two ends, and I could have done this method on this end when I started, and if I had thought, I would have, and then I'd just have clamshell on either end. But if you're good with wire guardians at the end, do, you know, do what works for you. But it does make a really pretty bracelet. Seeing it's not, let me get it on my wrist so you can kind of see. It's not going to cooperate though. And I don't have really small wrists, so. But yeah, by the time I get my connector on that, it'll be just about right. I'm going to pause, put the connector on it because, you know, we're trying to save some time here, and I will be right back. So here it is. I think it looks really nice. My toggle is a little different because I've already used the second one that came with the box in a different project, but I just connected with one jump ring here, and you can't see it because it's under the toggle, but on this side I added 3 small jump rings just to give it enough length to get through my jump ring. I mean, to get through my toggle. And yeah, I think it's really pretty. I do wish the wire was a little less visible. It's kind of shiny because it is a silver instead of a bronze, but that's okay. I don't mind. So let me put everything on a form and I will show it all to you. And here we have it. The finished piece. Because it's so long, the toggle closure that's kind of on the side is quite far back because I couldn't hang this on the form and still have enough space to show everything. Whoops, I'm gonna make a mess of it all. Yep, there it goes. I'm just gonna knock everything everywhere. Okay, well there. So anyway, I hope you all enjoyed it. It's the bargain bead box for June 2024. Nothing is going to cooperate for me this morning. I'm going to pause and I'll be right back. So there we are. Bargain bead box for June 2024. Sunken Treasures. It is a beautiful, beautiful box. So yeah, if you're interested in the bargain bead box, check out my link to their site in the more section below my video. If you decide to subscribe, use the code CHAR2, CHAR2. Save yourself $2 from your first box. And yeah, stay tuned for more videos coming up of what I create from this beautiful, beautiful box. Thank you guys for joining me. Thank you so much for all your support and your love and your comments. And yeah, I can't say enough how much it means to me, guys. It really, truly, truly does. I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Thank you for being with me, and I'll see you next time. Bye.